Rebound, relationships, healing, or escaping.
Dirty texts, dick pics, and boiling over. Stop using boundaries, guys.
You have an apology problem. You are holding yourself back.
What you can do or what to do when you're not having sex. You've never seen us in action. There is always something that you need to do better.
Rebound, relationships, healing, or escaping. Welcome to the Morrow Marriage podcast, where we are so thankful that you are so patient as we get the new studio going. In case you didn't see the last episode, oh my gosh, this is obviously not quite set up yet. This is not supposed to be the studio, but we are just in renovation mode and building and growing the business so much.
We're just keeping you guys on your toes.
Yeah.
What's the background going to be next time? Are they going to be at their kitchen table? Are they going to be, where are they now? What is that beautiful thing in the background? We're just keeping you guys on your toes.
That's right. All right, guys, I want to get into this. This is perfect after following the nice guy trap with the last episode, because it happens. It sucks, but it happens. Not every relationship will be saved. If we have somebody who's extremely...
Especially if you're not working with us.
Well, especially if you're not. Like, have you ever tried everything? You haven't worked with us? Then... Okay.
Yes.
So I'm dealing with somebody right now, for example, and boy, oh boy, is she angry about the past. Now, this is a man who's worked extremely hard for minimum 6 months. He's even gone as far as to do one-on-one with me, and he's on it. Okay. Not only that, but he's very like-minded with me, growth-wise, as a person, as a man. And so I paired him with one of my one-on-one clients who became a really good friend of mine now. We chat every week, usually about life, business, whatever, and very successful. I think, he's got to be a 100 millionaire, but just on his health track. His marriage is on fire with the work that we did. He was fast. That was like a 2-month. It was awesome. So him and I are tag teaming this client, and his wife is... Wow, when all you want to do is remember that thing that hurt you from fucking 15 years ago and just be like, that's the thing. The toothbrush, it's when you dropped it and it bounced into the toilet, you fucker. Like, literally, that's how stupid it is. Like, everything. And it's like, yeah, no, I get it. That's what I used to do. I was a real douche. So do you want to come with me now? Because that was like 15 years ago. That toilet, it's not even the same toilet anymore. Like, we don't say it that way, but like, don't you want to just take a sledgehammer to the toilet in the dream? Like, it's fucking retarded. It goes with what we were talking about with, oh, come on.
The example of the toothbrush bouncing into the toilet.
I think
I fell for that one. No, you definitely cleaned the toilet with my toothbrush. Well, no, he didn't. No. But in this hypothetical story, it didn't bounce in there.
I'm thinking of my brother. I don't like my brother, and one of the stories I remember is when we were young, and he cleaned my toilet with my toothbrush. I got him back good though. I wiped his and some dog poop, rinsed it off, and gave it back.
Okay, enough.
We don't talk. Anyways.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so why is this important? Well, occasionally you get somebody like that who's so angry, who will not accept it, like when we were talking about in the last episode, where if you finally get everything you want, shut the fuck up. Now it's a you problem. Like, you can't tell me you're gonna throw away your whole life and you're in that much pain that you don't want life to be good. I just can't forgive. You can't do shit in life. That's what'll happen. You're going to be overweight forever. You're going to be broke forever. And you're going to be contemptuous and angry forever. And then when you rebound...
And that hurts you more than it hurts anybody.
It does. Not just the children, not just the ex that you're going to have. It literally means that you're going to rebound and you're trying to escape. And you won't. Because your bullshit will carry into the next relationship. Let's get real. Forget your spouse for a second. Most of you dated somebody and then somebody else and then somebody else. Most of the time it was a rebound, or very quickly after. You thought you were healing and you didn't do your healing. And even if you took a break for a little while, like we both did, there was growth we didn't even know was possible. And so essentially, you're going to escape and fall right back into the same patterns. Again, go back to your exes. Remember what it was like. Think about some of the same things you did. I'm never going to yell again. That was one of mine. Yeah, it wasn't me. It's a shopping cart. No, I don't call names. That was her. No, you're going to repeat the same shit. So you're just escaping, and you never actually escape. Okay? And then I'm going to talk about this now because Span, his wife, is like, his whole family tried to do intervention. Okay?
Oh, wow.
Like, and the mom who was on his side, not his mom, her mom, was on his side, twisted and just fucking everything just to go against him. It was crazy. Surprise turn of events. He held himself together. Moving forward, we're going to go for the divorce because she's just a terrible person. And actually, he's growing up here and she's an anchor down here. Like, well, below. Like, some of her behavior is gross. It's gross. Like, you don't love your children the same way? That's gross. You know what I mean? And so, anyways, there's more to the story, so I don't go too far. Well, him and I had a conversation, and we talked about another man in my program, okay? Now, this man's nowhere near the same, but his wife served him divorce papers. He lost his job. Like, he's having a go. Okay. Turns out the affair was longer. She's going to move in. They want to get married. That's why she's serving divorce papers. And he's like, well, this other girl's been pretty nice to me. So should I talk? Okay. Escape. I talked to the client that I was talking about, the one-on-one, about this other man, and use that as an example. Okay. If you're splitting and you're jumping into, you were just fighting for your relationship, but this other person, you have a lot of same interests, things are going better. Are you healing or are you escaping your pain? You were just in love and now you're like, ooh, what's over here? Like, come on, give me a break. Maybe your efforts suck so bad that that's why the other guy's better than you. Like, duh. Now, that's not the same as this one-on-one client that I'm talking about. He's doing a great job, but he's not going to escape. He recognizes, like, what is he going to do right now? Well, I'm going to live my life. I'm going to take care of my kids. I'm going to continue to make mad money. I'm going to continue to work on me and my best self and all the things that I want to do with other goals. That's healing. That's healing. There is no rebound that's successful, really. It happens, don't get me wrong, but how many problems do you not see? Like, think about that guy, the guy with the music. Oh, I didn't say the music, that was in my head. He's got common interests with music with this new person. We had very common interests in music, and I fucking destroyed her. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Bait and switch.
It was not a bait and switch.
Not purposeful.
I didn't know.
Not purposeful.
What I'm getting at, guys, is it's not likely that you can heal and have a healthy relationship. You can't.
Without healing yourself.
Correct.
That's why it's so crazy to think, sure, it might be a Band-Aid because your heart hurts and this other person is going to pour into you. You're in the honeymoon stage. Everything's really exciting. They're giving you words of affirmation and all of the love languages, but you haven't changed anything about yourself. So all of those ugly qualities, and I mean that, ugly. That's my ugliest qualities were brought out by this one right here. And like, that's why I had the opportunity to fix them. But if you don't take that opportunity, when you and your spouse are fighting and you're blaming her and she's blaming you, vice versa, if you don't actually reflect on the things that your spouse is saying, even if your spouse is way worse than you in your mind, if you don't reflect on those things and change them, when that honeymoon phase is over in the rebound, it all is going to come up and it's going to snowball. It's going to be like weeds growing everywhere because you don't have a connection with this person that you think you do, because you're going into it already traumatized and broken. We're all traumatized and broken. But when it's a rebound, specifically, you're even more broken than you were going to a relationship when it wasn't a rebound, because not every relationship is a rebound. So hypothetically, it's going to be 10 times worse because it's going to be more passionate. That person, you're going to put all your energy into that person because they're helping you, the Band-Aid, they're helping you heal your heart is what you think, until that person does something wrong and you kick the pedestal out from underneath them, and then all those ugly qualities come out, and then that person is not going to be there for you.
Let's clarify something too. Kathryn said the honeymoon phase. That's what we all call it, right? That's what we're used to saying. We get into the honeymoon phase, it's all exciting. You can call it that if you want, but there's something more important to really understand. The reason why the Band-Aid doesn't work, even if like she said, it wasn't a rebound, it took a little while, then you got into a relationship. If you don't do your personal growth, learn to lead yourself, owning your own core values, understanding who you are, why you do things, where you're going, what matters to you most, what you're willing to compromise, what you're not willing to settle for, I can go on, okay? It's not even about the fucking honeymoon phase. It's literally 100% about the fact that you and your partner, your new partner, will go through something in life which is called real fucking life. It doesn't matter what it is, your blended family, your kids that you're gonna have together, your careers, your different business ideas, everything you thought was so magically wonderful because now we're supporting and lifting each other again with the right person. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I fucked. And it's the same thing that happens in every relationship. Go back, like the last episode, go back and look at any other relationships you have. Come on. If you really seriously think that you are so perfect, that you always heal, that it's just them, then you have a lot more healing to do in general. Because real people that grow, I'm pointing at Kathryn if you're not on YouTube, the coaches that we hire, the best one-on-ones that we have, do you know what we do? We don't stop growing, which means we don't stop healing. Kathryn and I still figure shit out about us, about ourselves individually, about us together, our family, everybody else's marriage, everybody else's people, because we constantly want
to evolve and grow and learn more. Because we want to. Did you catch that? We want to, so we do it intentionally.
Which means that we heal more. Like we unlock, you guys heard us before, we talk about unlocking another level of safety is another level of intimacy. And then we can give 100 different examples for 100 different things. You have to understand, if you haven't healed, you don't have this mentality. And I know people who pretend to have that mentality. Check yourself. I mean, some of our one-on-ones actually, you know, they pretend because they invest. I know you people. You're the ones who say, I have a trainer and then don't use the gym. I have a coach, but don't make the calls. I had a guy right now, I can see he's fighting with Dennis on our app, and he's not our app, on our website. And he's fighting back and forth about what he deserves for coaching. Remember the nice guy stuff I was talking about, his entitlement? I was like, I just stepped in and I was like, oh, I must have misunderstood something here. You paid for one-on-one, not the group calls that you haven't been on. He stopped talking. You know, like entitlement will stop you from realizing that you have real growth to make, that every one of us still, like our coach, our new coach, Andy Elliott and Jacqueline, they have 3 coaches. I can't remember exactly who they are. One is Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, and can't remember. It's got a weird name. The last name is
Pat Ben.
Yeah.
I forget.
I can't remember. I didn't know of him before. Yeah. That's 3. That's like $1 million of coaching a year. And you think that you've healed? Like, honestly, guys, you have to just look at this for what it is. You're convincing yourself with a Band-Aid. That's it. That's it. And you'll continue to repeat the same mistakes. You have anything else, baby?
No, baby.
All right. I'll see you next time.
Bye.